What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, there's a lot of different interesting reports and rumors that are surfacing and swirling throughout the boxing community regarding lightweight, now junior welterweight, Mexican superstar title contender, King Ryan Garcia, who is now 23 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 19 wins by way of knockout. He is 24 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. With that said, Ryan Garcia is coming off of the biggest fight of his career and suffering the first loss of his career to undefeated 3-division world champion who simultaneously held the WBA super title at super featherweight, the WBA regular title at lightweight and junior welterweight, that being none other than superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, who now holds a record of 29 wins, no losses, no draw, 27 big wins by way of knockout. He is 28 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. With that said, Ryan Garcia, he showed his inexperience. He showed his lack of, dare I say, commitment to doing things not by his way, by his philosophy. He was with well-renowned 2-time Trainer of the Year, future Hall of Famer Eddie Reynoso. He was with well-renowned Hall of Famer trainer in Joe Goosen. And Ryan Garcia decides that he should do things his own way. These are guys that are truly locked in and educated in the sport of boxing, and yet he chose to go his own separate ways and do things his way. As Joe Goosen stated, you don't train Ryan Garcia, you just partner with him. You co-train with him. He has his own philosophy, his own way of doing things. And like I stated, that wasn't going to get Ryan Garcia very far in a fight with a guy like Gervonta Tank Davis, who's highly experienced, who has a high ring IQ, who is a southpaw with one-punch equalizing power, who also has, the ability to make adjustments in the ring. Gervonta Tank Davis is dangerous. You don't want to go into a fight with Gervonta Tank Davis and not come locked and loaded. And that's what Ryan Garcia did. He came in ill-prepared. Now, kudos to Ryan Garcia because he stood on his square and accepted all accountability for doing so. But now there's talks that Ryan Garcia can be with 2-time well-renowned Trainer of the Year, future Hall of Famer Derrick James, or he can go with another Hall of Famer in Ronnie Shields, who's well-renowned. Now, the thing about this is Gervonta Tank Davis, he committed to his team. He's committed to his coach, Coach Calvin Ford, who is a big brother, mentor, father figure. He's committed to his coach, Coach Kenny Ellis, who's a big brother, mentor, father figure, right? And I mention all those things because those mentors could come in so many different forms and fashions depending upon what's going on in your life and what you need at the time, right? You may need a father figure. You may need a big brother figure, right? You may just need a mentor. But Gervonta Tank Davis, one thing about him is he understands that he got to accept the help that's around him. He's willing to learn. And if Ryan Garcia is not willing to learn and he wants to do things on his own, well, then he won't grow. And he was with Eddie Reynoso and Saul Canelo Alvarez, 4-division world champion, who's the undisputed super middleweight world champion, who is widely considered to be the face of the sport of boxing with 58 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. Very, very successful. Hall of Famer. Canelo Alvarez is a Hall of Famer right now. Yet, Canelo Alvarez listens to everything Eddie Reynoso has to say. He's not too big to learn. And that's where Ryan Garcia goes wrong. As Canelo Alvarez has stated, that Ryan Garcia at times would tell Eddie Reynoso that he was coming to the gym at 12 o'clock and don't show up to 2 and then leave 20 minutes later. You're not going to get anything done. You're not going to accomplish or grow in the sport of boxing. Not only that, we can see that Ryan Garcia, the reports swirled. The reports was out there that he was only showing up to Joe Goosen's gym, 3 days a week, sparring days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The other days he was at his home training with other people. And like Joe Goosen said, he had his own philosophy, his own way of doing things. That didn't work out very well for Ryan Garcia. So if Ryan Garcia is going to go with Derrick James, if he's going to go with a Ronnie Shields, They all are well decorated trainers in the sport of boxing. Okay, both of them, and they have world champions. Ronnie Shields trained Erislandy Lara, Jamel Charlo, and Jamal Charlo all at one time. Derrick James is training Jamel Charlo, Errol Spence Jr., and Frank Martin, and Anthony Joshua. The one thing they have in common is they're committed to listening, to accepting responsibility and accepting what's being put out there from their trainers. And it shows because they are well accomplished. You look at Errol Spence. He's the unified, undefeated belt holder in the welterweight division. He holds the WBA, WBC, and the IBF titles. He's widely considered by many to be top 2, if not number 1, pound for pound best fighters in the world. He's definitely top 5. Jamel Charlo. He's top 5 best pound for pound fighters in the world. 3-time world champion. The undisputed junior middleweight world champion. He's committed. Frank the Ghost Martin on his way very quickly to becoming a major player in the sport of boxing in the lightweight division that's packed with big names. And he's already considered to be in that conversation for a title and to be one of the best lightweights. Frank the Ghost Martin. And he started boxing late. Erislandy Lara, right? Guillermo Rigondeaux, who was trained by Ronnie Shields as well, right? These are well-renowned Hall of Famers. Errol Spence is going to be a Hall of Famer. Jamel Charlo is already probably a Hall of Famer. Erislandy Lara is a Hall of Famer. Jamal Charlo is on his way to being a Hall of Famer. These guys are Hall of Famers already. Ronnie Shields trained Iron Mike Tyson. So if Ryan Garcia is going to go over there, it can't be for publicity. He got to leave his ego. He has to leave his brand. He has to leave his name at the door and just be another boxer willing to learn and trying to become a world champion. Going into this fight with Gervonta Tank Davis, as I told you guys, Ryan Garcia had no experience. It was billed as a mega fight, but as I told you, it was a popularity contest because Ryan Garcia, he's never been a world champion and he's never even fought for a world title. So the biggest win was Luke Campbell, who was Olympic gold medalist for sure. But Luke Campbell never won a world title. He was never a world champion. And the other world champion he beat, Javier Fortuna. Javier Fortuna was a shell of himself. He went into this fight with Tank Davis. He was ill-equipped to defeat Tank Davis. He was ill-equipped to make the adjustments to Tank Davis. He was ill-equipped to understand what was going on in the moment. And that's lack of preparation. He has talent. And obviously everybody will be willing to work with him because he definitely has the talent. He has the brand. He has the popularity. But he has to have the commitment. That's ultimately what it boils down to. In this fight with Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia threw 3 straight left hooks. 3. Not one of them landed. But he continued to throw them. Why? Undisciplined, lack of experience, not committed, his own philosophy. That don't work. You need an extra set of eyes in the ring. 2, 3, 4, if need be. Floyd Mayweather has always been in tune and in keen with his corner. He was never too big to learn. And that's what Ryan Garcia can't do. So if he goes with Ronnie Shields and Derrick James, their training is not going to lack. It's not the lack of training. Eddie Reynoso's training, Joe Goossen's training is what wasn't lacking. It was Ryan Garcia committing to what they was putting down. He wasn't picking up what they was putting down. And maybe this situation with Gervonta Tank Davis has humbled him to the point where he understands he definitely needs a trainer. And he has his father, trainer, and manager, Henry Garcia. But there's levels, right? You have to commit. You have to commit to one of these Hall of Fame trainers. Give it your all and see what unfolds. See what it transpires. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out, man. Hopefully Ryan Garcia, he commits. Hopefully he dedicates himself. He says he's moving up to 140 now. He says he's going to make some changes, some adjustments, some more commitment. So easier said than done. It sounds good, but he actually got to make it happen. So it don't matter who or which one of these trainers he goes with. If he don't commit, it won't happen, period. You're going to get out the sport of boxing what you put in. And he has nothing but talent and potential. But that's all he has right now. So he has to commit to one of these Hall of Fame trainers and pick up what they putting down, point blank and period. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out moving forward. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. That's all I got for y'all, man. Ryan Garcia, which trainer you think he should go with? Ronnie Shields, Derrick James, or somebody else? Let me know. I'm gone. Peace.
Garcia, you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Wow.